Sensitive content incoming.
All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 8 of the Squatch and Yeti show. I'm Squatch and Giggles over here.
I'm Yeti. It's just as soon as we hit record, here comes a fucking semi.
We're recording like 20 feet away from the main street in this town, so
So good. We're like, are you done yet? Have a moment of pause. Okay, hit record now. As soon as you hit it.
I'm just waiting for us to be like talking about something serious one day and just hear.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's happened. I don't know how many times. Just the other night, I had a freaking semi because we're doing this in my game room, right? I was sitting there playing a game, talking with fucking my friends and whatnot, and my brother joins the party. We're playing a game, and all I hear is just a semi outside my damn house. Just the idling and the vibration, like
Yeah.
they're big engines. Like they
Those,
make noise and they vibrate pretty heavily, and it was so freaking loud that people in the headset were like, "What the hell is that noise? Is there a plane flying by your house? Like, what's going on?" Look out my damn front door. This guy's just sitting there doing his logs. I'm like, can you fucking move?
It's like, growing up, both of our dads were truckers, and we're always like, well, like, what's the deal with the no e-brake, no Jake brakes?
Excuse me. Yeah.
And, like, that's why.
Yeah, dude, it's loud as crap. Before we continue with today's episode, I'm gonna give the disclaimer real quick because I feel like today's gonna be a gripe fest, and we're gonna be doing some complaining, I would say.
Complaining, bitching, talking shit.
Yeah. And there, should have done the disclaimer before you spoke, because we talk about everything taboo, not taboo, religious, non-religious, politics, not politics. Virgin ears and or sensitive ears, beware, be warned.
We
all the
say
good
wordy
things.
dirds.
Dirty wordy wordies, yeah, some stuff like that. We also don't English most of the time as well. So
No.
if you're a grammar person, go somewhere else. I know that was a thing.
I'm really glad you said grammar person because I was like, I don't think he can say that other word.
What other word? A grammar.
The Nazis.
Oh yeah, I mean I could say that. I mean I'm going to say it now. You fucking grammar Nazis. Like, not everybody has fluent English, so probably shouldn't do that impression again. That's bad.
Fun fact, the Nazis were not very good at English.
Was it because they were German?
Quite possibly.
You bastard. Dad joke of the day. Jesus.
Just the
Anyway.
first one.
So stupid. So we've already started off to our. I guess our listeners can obviously understand. Like, this is going to be one of those days. We're just kind of like winging it. I'm already enjoying this. I don't know about you, man. I am definitely going to start off with. You know what really annoys the hell out of me right now?
What?
Just general society. I am so sick and tired of the like social justice bullcrap, and this is going to really tick some people off. Like, I already feel like if we do have anybody out there listening who is part of that community, like, dude, stop shoveling that shit down my throat. Like, it's everywhere. Like, what I'm getting at with this is like, just my hobby is I play video games, which everybody knows this that knows me. I am so sick and tired of that being just like, I can't even start a new game because every new game is like, is your character bisexual? Is your character, do they like cars that go vroom? Do they identify as a purple unicorn with yellow polka dots with frog buttholes? No, man. I just want to make a character. I just want to play the fucking game.
Like, I just want to make a character that, because I'm a dude, it's a dude, and
Yeah.
we're all dudes, and he's badass. 'Cause he's a
Or
dude.
most people out there, like, because I got ridiculed for this the other night when I was playing a game, is like, why don't you like playing as a female character? Because I'm not a female. I'm a dude. Well, you don't want to stare at a female character the whole time you're playing? Sure, why not? But then it gets really annoying when I'm sitting there like trying to play the game. I'm getting shot or getting hit, whatever game I'm playing. They're just going, like,
See, I
fuck
feel like
off.
people that make comments like that, I'm just like, I bet you watch anime with your dick out.
Probably. Like, I don't know about you, but I tuck it at least up underneath my belt loop. God. That's a super bad joke if you didn't understand that one.
We're just going straight for it today, man.
I'm telling you, like today we're just no holds bar. We're finally gonna be getting into like what we keep disclaiming. Like today will be the day. Listeners, this is episode 8.
Yep.
Episode 8. I didn't think we'd get this far, but here we are. I'm enjoying it.
Episode 8, and we're gonna lose all 5 listeners.
Probably.
Oh, maybe 1.
Probably the 1. But the 1 is still like, you know who you are. Appreciate you, man. Dude, and I can't, like.
It's that one person that watches my stream every time.
It's you dumb fuck. Oh, that's me. Whenever I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stream a game today. I got 1 viewer. Oh, wait a minute. It's just me, myself, and I. On a different little bit more wholesome note, we were just talking, man, about your car. Like, that makes me laugh. That, like, I mean, realistically speaking, though, so Squatch had an issue with his vehicle's tire. He felt like the balancing was off, which, to be fair, the balancing was off, correct?
It was off, but so, like, I'm driving my car, and I'm like, it's either got a knot on the tire or, like, tire out of balance. I went,
Which makes sense.
you know, had it looked at.
Excuse me.
Guy pulled the tire off, and he goes, yeah, well, I can see why it's out of balance. Why? He goes, there's mud on the back of it.
So when you say mud on the back of it, you mean like
on the back of it and like inside the like wheel?
Like was I mean
like not inside the tire, but like in the rim.
No, not in the tire. I know what you're meaning when it's in the I'm referring to, was it like a good sized glob of dried mud or something?
Yeah, I mean not a whole lot, but
just enough to cause some annoyance.
Apparently, from where before I bought the car, it had sat, I guess. Like it's like I was telling you, there was like mud and stuff in there, and driving most of it come off,
as it should have with our crappy roads around here.
But apparently, just one little spot, it didn't come off, and it was like making my car drive like shit.
That's ridiculous.
The fix for it was, guy hit the tire with a wrench, and all the mud fell off.
I mean, at least he didn't charge you. You said, right?
Nah, he's super cool about that.
So, like I said, like if you would have gone anywhere else, that'd be $30 for hitting my tire with your fucking wrench.
No shit.
Like, thanks, man. I could have done that. Pay me $30.
I'll go ahead and throw one. I think we're gonna call this episode "Grinds My Gears."
We're going straight Family Guy, huh?
Yes, of course. You know what really grinds my gears, Quahog? Modern vehicles, they piss me off.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm having issues with mine too. Like
everything made after like 1999 is
I'll
shit in my book.
I will maybe give you like after 2005, maybe. That's a big like benefit of the doubt. Like maybe with that, I will gladly trade you. At least you have air conditioning in your vehicle.
Well, it's because you have an 06. I have an 05.
The fuck you.
That
1 year
shocker.
difference. Yeah, 1 year difference. Oh man, like that. Not having AC here in Texas, man, that sucks. It is it's 100 degrees, isn't it today?
Something like that.
Yeah, get your weather app. That's probably incorrect. This morning when I got up at like 7:30, it said it was 83 degrees outside, humidity of 78, which makes it feel like 92 at 7:30 in the morning, man. That's absurd.
Yeah. So according to my weather app, it's 88 degrees, but it feels 95.
That means it's 95.
Exactly.
Like mine said this morning it's supposed to be like up to 100. Now I'm like curious. Just ignore the podcast. We're checking our phones. Yeah. Don't mind us.
Show you're getting older without saying you're getting older. Let me check the weather real quick.
See, mine says 94 with 75% humidity. Real feel is 103.
I mean, I agree with yours more.
I feel like mine's pretty accurate there. Speaking of which, with it being so hot, I'm making sun tea.
Nice.
Dude, I haven't had sun tea in a long time. Like, I am super excited about that.
I don't think I've had sun tea since being a kid at your mom's house.
Well, we about to have sun tea today after the podcast episode then. It's been out there since about 11:30 noonish, and it's 212 now. So that's
Right on,
interesting.
man.
Interesting for me because I checked it a little bit ago before we started this, and it looked pretty tasty out there, starting to darken up pretty good. So I'm excited about that. Excuse me. Still having COVID issues, as you can probably tell. It's
Yeah, I
either
think
allergies or COVID.
It's all the
Both.
same.
It. Hold on. Let me do what our bosses say. There's no other illness but COVID. It's everything's COVID.
Only during an outbreak.
Dude, another thing that annoys the hell out of me is that it really grinds my gears. Everything is just COVID now. There's no flu. There's no strep throat. There's no other ailments out there. It's just all COVID. Every single fucking thing is COVID.
Well, like, during COVID, we had everybody at work that wasn't positive for COVID still was like, we had a bunch of people sick with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And like,
Upper
you're
respiratory-
testing negative.
I was going to say upper respiratory infections, sinus infections and stuff that were becoming respiratory infections. It was just, dude, it was bad. Like, I think somebody even had like bronchitis, or was it your little one you were telling me had like, what was it, strep?
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, there goes the mouse. Technical issues.
It's good.
Okay.
Keep going.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's...
If it broke, it broke.
Well, you can't have mine. I mean, you probably could use mine, but you can't have it.
You're not going to use it.
I can't use it. You are correct. That's another thing, dude. This is just going to be the Grind My Gear rant of Squatch and Yeti. Listen to us vent on episode 8. Dude, that's actually right there. That's all this is.
Really a good thing we use my computer because, your computer just decided to shit out on you today.
Dude, I'm so... Another fucking thing, man. It's just one thing after another. And don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure some people out there have it a lot worse than us, like with our little, like, inconveniences, you could say. But, like, I feel like, dude, those little inconveniences, like, start to stack up, and it's like getting pricked by what am I trying to use here? People don't think this is real. Hair splinters. You know, have you ever had one?
No, I haven't. We've had this discussion
You've
before.
never had... God damn it. Dude, you have a dog, and...
I don't get them.
I don't understand how you don't get them. Hair splinters are a thing, and they fucking suck. They're so bad. It's like getting those, just like you get... It's like stuck in your foot. It's not a big fucking deal, but it's an annoyance that you can feel, and it just irritates the hell out of you. Stop chuckle fucking at me. You bearded bastards.
Chuckle fucking.
Yeah, shut up. Oh,
That's
God. I have been
It's a
saying
category on a couple websites.
Oh, my God. Probably you would know. You've been on them websites, and not just for your views and player.
Hey, you know what?
I want to disclose this story now.
Heffalumps and woozles.
Well, that'll be another topic for another time. I'm sorry, man.
To tell that story, I got to use my real name, my whole name.
You don't have to.
It makes the point of the story being called the Heffalumps and Woozles.
True, I guess. They're gonna find out sooner or later.
They will.
I just been nonstop.
I'm not even mad about what I was gonna bitch about earlier.
I told you this is just a ranting episode, which is cool. Like I started off kind of stupid and whatever, like we always do. So, what? God.
Oh, so I got something to rant about. I was watching a video earlier, and
excuse me.
You talked about like kind of political correctness and all that.
Yes, dude.
I'm just going straight political.
Dude, yeah, do it.
The whole like Russia and Ukraine thing has been going on for a minute now.
Yes.
They apparently
excuse me.
Just fucking mush for brains in the White House.
Oh, you mean the flashcard reader?
Yeah, they can't read.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're canceled now.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
We weren't canceled before. We will be shortly.
Apparently okayed for like the bombs, missiles, and whatnot that we sent over to the Ukraine for the Ukraine to use those.
What the hell?
And apparently Russia is not taking it too well. I haven't read too far into it yet.
No, like that's like...
But it's kind of like an Iron Man, when you see the terrorists doing the bad shit. But what do the missiles say? Stark Industries.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, like that's like...
And who
Man.
did all those like countries essentially hate? They hated Stark Industries, right?
Yep. I was gonna say, like, I feel like they're just trying to make World War III become a reality.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, as much as people bitch about fucking Trump and everything, all that kind of crap, I understand 100% as to why you dislike the man. But at the same time, at the end of the fucking day, what are politics? You can say whatever you wish. Politics now is just business. Pure business transaction between countries, and our leader to their leader, whatever have you, vice versa. That's all it is. The world is not like how it used to be 200, 300 years ago when we had proper presidents and whatever have you. No, it's a lot different now. Technology has become too advanced for our own damn good. The constant greed over this bits of land and resources when we should actually just become humanity and unite. We still haven't done that, which is probably why, little throwback to our alien thing, which is probably why they haven't fucked with us, is because, oh no, they're take caring of themselves. Like
our world,
like,
I feel like the aliens fly by and it's like National Lampoons. Like,
Yes.
there's Earth. Roll the windows up.
Yeah, pretty much. Nope, roll up the fucking landing gear. Nope, we're not going down there. Like, dude, it's just, it's so stupid. Like,
It's like, my thing is,
I don't vote. Get mad at me all you want. Say it in the comments. I don't care. Say it to my face. I don't vote for a particular reason, man. Because no matter what happens, it's already a predetermined destination by the higher ups that are not being seen because they do control the world. If you don't believe that, you are a part of the flock and you're stupid. That's just me. My opinion on it.
It's not just your opinion. I mean, there's a lot of us who believe, like,
Dude,
the world is ran by like secret societies.
The wolf lead the fucking sheep.
Mhm.
The shepherds are gone. That's the best way I can I can't even say it.
Best analogy you can come up with for it.
Dude, I can't. I'm telling you, my brain is fried today. I don't know if it's because I was outside mowing the yards in 100-degree heat. I don't know. But, dude, I understand why people don't like Biden for obvious reasons. We take care of that same style of person every day at our job.
We get sniffed and everything.
Oh, man. The other day, that dude. Hey, you take a bite out of you? You ain't taking a bite out of shit, old lady. You fucking nasty. Get away from me.
Well, like,
Ugh.
so my issue, one of my big issues with it is, yes, inevitably World War III is gonna happen. Sadly, we can joke about it, but like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, it's gonna affect like the next generations coming up. Like,
It's going to affect everyone currently, and then, yes, the ones that are being born today. Like, they will be affected.
like, it's really ideal, like these like Gen Zers and stuff like that. Like, and they really should pay attention because they're the age group that, fun fact, those of you that don't know what selective service is, it's that thing that all of us men have to sign up for at 18.
Yep.
Oh, because I remember turning 18, getting my driver's license, and I was like, what's this? And they go, this is for the draft. I'm like, I don't want to sign up for that. Fuck that.
No, it's mandatory.
And they were like, you have to. Like, this lady told me, guy,
as being a citizen of the U.S., you have to do it.
a male citizen.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. That's a whole nother thing. We can continue your point, because that's another rant.
But like, so it's all the Gen Z males get called in. And for one, I'm sorry, that generation's been raised so damn soft. Like,
yeah, I thought we were.
You're not gonna have a safe space.
Yeah, there's not
in Slovakian war prison or whatever. POW camp. Like,
they're not gonna be like, hold on, pause the war, I need to have a cry.
Where's the mystery box,
dude? Fucking Call of Duty, Jesus.
Shoot somebody.
Seriously, dude.
Get his loot.
Everybody's like, oh, like, well, I remember when we were kids, like, they were always telling us, like, we were going to be raised, like, we are being raised soft. And
compared to our parents' generation,
yes,
we were.
Yes. And what is it? I can't remember what it is. So continue your topic, and I'm going to look it up, because there's a very old saying, and it was, like, pretty much what happened with the fall of the Roman Empire.
Is it the saying that
hard times make strong?
hard times make strong men
Yes,
make easy times make weak men?
Yes. And then weak men make hard times.
Yes.
Yes. We are actively
On the downslide of that.
Yes. We are in the middle of that. We hit the top and now we're coming down, and this roller coaster is not going to be fun at the bottom.
Yeah, it's a situation where, like, I mean, call out to like all of us millennial age parents. We got to start bringing back like the old school shit, old school values.
Everything from
In old
from
school
parenting,
teachings. I
I was
mean,
gonna say from parenting, teaching, everything. Like, dude, it's so bad. And there are times I'm glad I'm not a father. But at the same time, there's a lot of times I really wish I really wish I was a father so I could pass on that tidbit. Like just the other day, I told you like how I wrote my father. Like he's indisposed of at the moment. I wrote him. I was like, thank you for teaching me life skills that I most absolutely needed. Because like when my car broke down, dude, do you think some like Gen Zer could have been able to fucking diagnose what was going on? At least I was out there blooding my knuckles, getting covered in grease and dirt and sweat, literal blood, trying to fix my fucking
like
vehicle.
we were raised to be.
Yes. Like you fucking figured it out. You were taught some basic skills you have to have. Because guess what? There's not always going to be the guy with the freaking wrench at the shop.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a thing. And if there is one, guess what? He's not using a wrench to fix a vehicle. He's using it to take your damn head off to take your vehicle.
Yep.
Like, to be real with things, it sucks to suck. And right now, we sucking. And not the good kind of sucking. You get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. Just saying. Now all of us are gay ponies here. We don't like that. We're getting canceled today, okay? Gonna learn today what it's like to get canceled. What? Dude, I'm right there with you though. Continue your politic thing. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm just
You're good, man. No, like the
catching me, and I'm just like, fuck it, we going with it. We dropping curse words today.
it just the state of like that shit happening in the world. Like, I mean, I am dead set against our country arming other people. Period. I will fight this tooth and nail. It's a hill I will not come off of. The hill I will die on. Because you look all through our past. My uncle, he was in the military in like the late 80s, and he remembers like going and providing, or when our country provided aid to like these Middle Eastern rebel groups that were oppressed, and then
dude,
one of those groups turned out to be like Al Qaeda years later.
I was gonna say, do you think there might be a reason why they're being oppressed?
Yeah, well, like
there's a reason why their country is having issues with them.
Like, and I may be wrong, but I do believe that we also at one point like armed the militant group that later become ISIS. Remember how much of a problem they were?
Yeah, there's always some kind of threat.
And so, like, kind of one of them things, like, the humanitarian in me says, like, well, you know, we should try to help end conflicts around the world so we can unite the place. But the other is we have our own shit over here.
I believe we're spread too damn thin. Like,
we can't save the world if we can't save our own damn people.
Yes. Like you're focusing too heavily on, like, what is it, like Gaza is a big thing right now?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like they just need food and everything. Okay, I get it. Their country is going to shit. Guess what? A lot of countries are going to shit. And in most of our backyards, we're going to shit. We have people here who are so, like, the homeless issue here in the U.S. is becoming such, I mean, it's been an issue for a while, but it's getting
worse.
Worse. Yes, man. And like, we have so much issues here we need to focus on, and we're spreading ourselves too fucking thin.
We can't even take care of our own veterans.
That's what I was getting at. I was like, we can't even take care of the guys who are trying to take care of other fucking people. Why are we spreading ourselves so thin? Dude, there's something causing that. If I remember correctly from my history, we used to be a really strong like focal point of the world where like don't fuck with that. Quite literally, if there's books, novels, movies, whatever have you. When Japan was going to do what they did to Pearl Harbor, they were warned by one of their own generals, "Hey, you probably don't want to do that." Did it anyway, and because we were more focal, we were clustered in the U.S., very very sparsely spread out. Dude, hit back tenfold. We leveled fucking places of the world that are still not livable to this day.
Yeah, well, I
We can't
believe
do
it
that
was
right now.
it was after Pearl Harbor, like one of the generals or whatever of the Emperor's army. It may have been the Emperor. I don't know. But anyways,
He's like, we just woke up a monster.
yeah, they just said something along the lines of, "I feel we have just awoken the sleeping giant."
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Is like they warned them, don't do this. Like it's not good. Like I recently saw a thing like I guess socialism is trying to make a comeback. Why the fuck?
It's free healthcare
Dude.
and equality.
What the shit? Oh, you need to put a viewer discretion advised at the beginning of this episode. I can't. Like I know I am not the brightest tool, the shiniest one, the sharpest one.
Oh, your head's pretty shiny right now.
Shut the hell up. I, however, do have some common sense of what's good and what's bad, which apparently a lot of people are really sorry, cracking my knuckles. Oh, that felt so good though. I, however, feel I can't even articulate it very well enough to get my point across, man. Like it's just it's annoying me where I'm starting to like jumble my words in my head and I can't even speak them. The world is just going to shit. That's all I'm going to say. We're already in a shit show and it's just getting worse.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like we're the turd in the fucking toilet bowl, and then there's just more and more diarrhea getting dumped onto us.
Well, like, kind of where I was getting at this originally is like, I feel like, we're pissing off Russia.
Oh yeah,
That's another, well, that's a giant that ain't sleeping right now.
yeah. No, they're roaming around. Yeah,
And
aren't they supposed to, like they're allies, right? Well, technically, like by allies, I mean like from history past, they were allies, or like a neutral thing, right?
It's a
50-50 type thing.
kind of depends on situation history. Mostly they're
Gotcha.
really known for their alliance with like Hitler and stuff. So
I didn't think that they were aligned with it.
yeah, so the
Enlighten me on my history.
Okay,
'cause
so in World War II,
I could have
your
swore that
three-
Germany was like Germany, Japan, and who else were the Axis?
it was German, Japan, and Russia.
I didn't think it was Russia.
Yeah.
I'm probably thinking of the Cold War, aren't I?
Yeah, well, the Cold War was essentially the USSR, Russia, whatever,
Yeah.
against like the world.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking then.
But
So Russia's always been bad.
yeah, kind of. Like
Okay.
they go through periods when it's
I'm just
not
dumb.
bad, but
I'm just dumb. You can just say it. I'm dumb.
yeah, I mean, like I'm a bit of a history buff, so like I don't expect people to like remember quite as much as I do.
Oh no, I'm fascinated by it, but I'm just trying to like, what am I getting this mixed up with? I'm so confused. I'm probably thinking of like the places around Russia and just like, oh, that's just all Russia.
Yeah, well, see, back and when it was the Soviet
Like
Union, it
Poland
was.
and such. Yes, yeah, I'm thinking like Poland and everything like that. And I'm stupid. Geography is not my best play. But anyway, okay, continue. I'm just dumb.
But anyways, that's all a freaking shit show, and
See, but
I just hate that due to our political decisions.
I know Russia is obviously a thing, but I thought that China was like the big thing right now. We're mainly worried about.
I mean,
Or is it a mix of the two? Like,
we're always kind of, I think, worried about China because like that's China is one of the countries that I think would pose a real threat.
They just have numbers.
And I mean, to be honest, look at, you guesstimate about 400 things in this room right now that say made in China.
Bit racist of you, but yes, I understand.
If we go to war with China, like, they could cripple our economy pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You know,
If China and Russia ally and then like want to just fuck everything else up, they could very well do it.
yep, that's a
scary thought.
scary sinking thought.
Yeah, could be quite possible in the future though. But I tell you one thing, all them races out there, can't wait to get me a Chinaman. Oh yeah, dude. I can't stand that kind of shit either, man. Like, that's what I was just saying at the beginning with my little thing was like, why are we not being more of the human race? Like, we are supposed to be humanity. Like, there's unity that needs to be done, and it's not happening.
I think some of it has to do with, and could be, maybe I'm wrong for this, misplaced nationalism. Like,
Most
so,
likely.
we associate that word over here with the white nationalist or racist and all that.
Yeah.
But, like, in other countries, like, the more nationalist people, it's because they're proud of where they're from.
Yeah.
And I think if every country had that and we all just accepted that, like, I mean, is it wrong to have pride where you come from?
I don't think so.
So I think if we all can accept that, and like, I mean, for example, you see, your buddy who's of African descent, and he's rocking like some African like headgear, whatever, like hat, whatever. I mean, are you gonna like be like, oh, it's fucking stupid? Like me, I'm the type. It's like, hey, well, that's cool. Like, why do you wear that?
Excuse me. Yeah, no, I get it.
Like, I know you and me are pretty fascinated by other cultures.
I fucking love other cultures. Like, not all of them. Like, I'm sorry, but some stuff to me, I do think like that's not me. Like, I can do without. Like, I would love to be able to travel and go see different things and actually experience what makes these cultures so diverse. Like, I'm a big fan, which I think you know this already. Is I'm a big fan of like Japanese and Chinese culture as far as the way that they are with their women and such. Is like, dude, you get married, you were devoted to each other.
The very traditional,
Yes.
old-fashioned thing, which we have lost in the West. I mean,
Oh, it's
my
been
God,
gone
our
for a
divorce rate is somehow probably higher than the marriage rate.
while. Yeah,
Like, I don't even know how that gets possible, but
they're just finding people to divorce.
like,
You divorce me. We're not even married. I don't give a fuck. Divorce me.
I feel like some people have like a divorce kink.
Probably.
Like, I want to marry you just so you can divorce me.
Yeah, dude, it's probably a thing. Knowing how messed up the world is, that is most likely a thing. It's like the whole. I recently, call me naive, and I'm sorry for this, but like, I just recently found out what the actual meaning of cuck is. Bro, why? Why? You are a just. I'm gonna say it. Go unalive yourself. Like, obviously, you have an issue with things. Just go do it, man. Like, just get out of here. Like, you're making the world more messed up than what it needs to be. Like again, like I say, call me naive. Gonna get canceled. Don't care. Go unalive yourself. Like, dude, just stop. Like, you are what's wrong with this world. I guarantee you, y'all have a little Jimmy, Jiny, whatever the hell, son of a bitch, who thinks they're a fucking cat at school with a collar on, going, fuck that little person too, because mommy and daddy don't know how to do.
Just that good old leather belt going through the Wranglers.
That shit's terrifying to this day.
That snap from across the house.
If I were to hear my father right this second clear his belt from his pant loops, I know I'm about to get my ass whooped.
I didn't know what I did, but I'm sorry.
Yes. And dude, that's what I think is happening with the world, is that there's just so much lack of discipline, so much lack of traditional.
That's what grinds my gears. the lack of discipline with children.
Oh, yes. Everything. Dude, there's a lot of things right now. We're talking about grinding gears, and we are definitely letting out the bombs of curse words, and I apologize to listeners, but today is a day. Today is a day you find out why we have our disclaimer. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I really am. Like, I just wanted to rant today.
No, I'm good with it, man.
Today is a ranting day. My computer's annoying me. My car not having AC is not cool. Literally not cool. That was not meant to be a pun, but it became one. It's not cool at all. It's hotter than witch in church, man. I was gonna say whore. I said it anyway.
I mean, yeah, same thing.
Is a whore in church pretty hot? I've always heard that rumor. Or not that. I mean, is it a rumor?
I mean,
probably.
like,
I've always heard that saying.
I've seen some pretty hot whores in and out of church.
Yeah, it's probably not good.
But like, I mean, dude, like, a lot of whores are witches. You met all them crazy girls with the crystals?
No.
So I used to date this girl.
I had to think for a second. I was like, I haven't met any woman with those like crystal. Well, actually, that's not true. My ex liked crystals. It's probably why we didn't line up very well. She had a thing for fucking rocks.
So I dated this girl. Really hope her sisters don't hear this, but if they do,
I could have swore you just said really big hope. I used to date this girl.
I don't know if she is now.
I used to date this one girl, big fucking hole.
But so like first met her, like she talked about Jesus and all that. I'm like, okay, well,
Jesus,
cool.
Rex.
We line up on that a little bit. So like, and then she had like a crystal around her neck, and I
wait a minute.
Was like, what's that? And she goes, well, it's a pendulum crystal. And told me, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know about you, but when I meet a girl and she's into something, I learn about it.
Yeah, I do the same.
And I'm looking this up, and I'm like, this is a form of witchcraft.
What was she doing with this crystal?
Well, so like her and both of her sisters did it, and that you take the crystal and like you lift it up. And like you ask a question like, is there a future in this relationship? And you drop it, and depending on which way it swings, it's the spirits giving you an answer.
Okay.
And you're
how
like,
you
when they do
yes
it
or no?
with the three of them, there's certain ways. Like if it goes front to back, yes. Back to front, no.
You never go back to front. We both know that.
Well, tell the witches that.
Like you wipe back to front, that's nasty.
But like, and apparently her and her sisters will like either in person or on the phone, like all do it together. Like she'd be at work and like disappear into the clean motels, like go into the bathroom and like get on speakerphone and do this crystal thing. And like, if 2 out of the 3 of them got the same answer, that was more than likely what was going to happen. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's And
she believed in Jesus.
Something like that. I don't know. Maybe she thought
Jesus
was a witch.
Do I believe in Jesus? Oh, the crystal says no.
Like
the crystal says no. I don't believe in Jesus.
Like she told me, she's like, you want? I can't tell you what the crystal said about our future, but it's good. And apparently it wasn't. But
sounds like that crystal fucking lied.
Like after that though, like girls on like dating apps would like try to match with me, and I see the crystal in their picture. I'm like, no.
Speaking,
but I would tell her and her sisters, I'm
dating.
Like, fucking, they do the crystal thing, and I'm like, the power of 3. I started calling them the charmed ones.
Oh,
they didn't
charmed
like
ones
that.
Were nice.
They loved that show, but
of course
they didn't.
They did. They were trying to be them. They fucking were. You can't do that. There was no gonna be no. What was the angel guy? I don't know what the guy who could like
Leo.
I don't know his name.
The White Ladder.
Yeah, what the hell is that? What does that mean?
It's like I don't know exactly.
Why couldn't he be like a tan lighter? Racist?
Because he was a white guy.
That's racist. He could be called Black Lighter. Shoot black flames or something. I don't know.
I haven't watched Charmed in like 20 years.
Yeah, I haven't watched it since I was sick from school, like 25 years ago. So
we all watched it for the plot, and the plot was Phoebe.
No, I watched Sabrina for one. The talking cat killed me, but then for 2, Sabrina was
movement.
Clearly a puppet. Oh no, Sabrina. You speak of dating, and dude, like you said, dating app, and just another thing I cannot stand.
Welcome to the shit show.
Dude, dating is not dating. It's a fucking everything's just a hookup site. Everything.
So
And then you get ready, like, okay, so I'll toss my own self under the bus here. I'll just yeet myself out there, let the bus hit me on this one.
you had to say yeet.
Yeet!
You were almost 32 years old, man.
I can say you're if you like. Don't shake your head at me. I only say this shit because it's fucking comical to me. I don't even know what the hell it even means. It just makes me laugh. Okay, so like I said, call me naive and dumb, but I just learned what cuck was. I don't care to know what yeet means. I don't care to know what yer means, but it's fucking hilarious when I hear somebody go, yer.
As a guy with preteens, you did use yeet correctly.
Oh, okay. I assumed it meant like to like hurl or throw or something. So
yeah, first time I heard it, I was like, you what? Whoa.
Fucking
like, I'm thinking of Lil Jon, and I'm like, oh, yeet. What the fuck?
He definitely says something else.
But it's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I get it.
So when I hear like kids like, I'm gonna yeet this, you're gonna whoa. We are in Walmart.
You need to not be yeeting nothing.
We are in Walmart. We are not doing that. How you get in trouble for things.
That's how you go blind, from what I was told. Anyway, dude, I can't stand dating. I'm super glad that like some of my friends and family have been able to find people, and that's awesome for you guys. But fucking how? Enlighten me as to how. I I can't, and maybe this is my downfall of myself, but I need to probably just focus on myself, which I've been doing pretty good, I think, about.
Yeah, you've been doing better about it.
I've been doing a lot better about it, you bastards. Am I perfect at it? Hell no. Good about it? Getting there. I can't stand dating. Like, I'm swiping through the dating apps, dude. It's just, that's all it is.
Dating apps are the first fucking problem with dating, but the other problem, and I don't know if I talked about you or one of our other coworkers about this one time, but we don't have, it's not dating anymore.
No, it's not. And that's what I was getting at. Like,
what they called dating was what we call the talking phase.
Yes.
And I hate the talking phase. And it's almost like during the talking phase, like, I'm like, okay, if we're just talking, then we're not going out.
Yeah.
Because the downfalls during the talking phase, a lot of people are talking to like 5 other people. Men and women do this.
I can't say much. I'm talking ish to 3 people. And that ish is like very loosely here.
I mean,
I'm not really talking to anyone. Like I don't know. It's such a, and this, what's stupid is it's a double-edged blade that both blades cut me.
Yeah.
Like both sides of that blade are cutting me. No one else, just me. How the fuck does that work?
I don't know, man.
Like, if we're both holding the blade, why am I the one getting cut? What the fuck? That don't make sense. I hate it, dude, because like it's all just hookup culture is what it is. And like women aren't like back to that little traditional thing, obviously are not as traditional as it used to be. They haven't been for quite some time, and they're getting way worse. At this point, almost every female, you might as well assume that they're just a slut or a whore or whatever have you. And that's terrible, and I'm sorry for that. But at the same time, if the shoe fucking fits, man, if the shoe fits, it's the reason why. It ain't because you're Cinderella. I'm telling you right now, it's not because you're Cinderella.
You ain't Cinderella, you under every fella.
Did you just make that up?
Yes, I did.
Yes, that's fucking awesome.
Something some old grandma's telling their granddaughter right now.
Probably.
Honey, you were just being a hussy.
Yeah.
And like, men, we do contribute to the hookup culture too. Not gonna say we don't. Not saying I haven't participated in it very willingly.
I'm guilty of it myself. Am I proud of it? Not necessarily. Would I do it again? Most likely, because it's the shit that I've got myself into. It's the world that we live in, and it sucks. I've had, on one hand, not even I can count with two fucking fingers the number of women I have been with that I've actually wanted to wed down and have a proper life with, and
Yeah.
both of them are gone.
Well, like, so I know for myself, like, I done the hookup culture. Um, I mean, after like me and my ex-wife split up,
Yeah.
I was like in a situationship and hollering at like any girl that I could because that situationship was crap. But
I mean, I feel like that's what I'm in, aren't I?
you're working towards that possibly, but
I'm pretty sure I'm in that. Not with
maybe.
that, but like I'm in that.
Yeah.
If you know, you know, because I know some of our listeners here, like they know. You know,
Yeah.
you know. If you don't, you don't. You should out of luck. But like, I'm in that,
after
bro.
all that, and I did that for like 2 years, and then finally, like tried like dating someone at one point that was a little more traditional, and that just I don't know, that didn't work out.
Isn't the girl?
It was by my doing.
Isn't the girl you with her now? Isn't she pretty traditional though?
Yeah.
Like she's
So when
I
I had
mean,
met her, I was
modern day traditional. I will admit this. Like I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be mean or anything here. I'm not
No,
trying
I
to be
mean,
rude. Modern traditional woman is what you have right now.
yeah.
She's a good woman. I'm not saying anything bad. I don't know if she listens or not. So if
Yeah,
she's
she
listening,
does, but
well, if she's listening, she's gonna know I'm an asshole. Surprise there. Anyway, she seems like a really great girl. I'm
well, I mean, you're not gonna find that old fashioned traditional girl, especially in our age group.
no.
Of you know,
At one point, they probably were there, but because of the way people are in the world, the good girl is no longer a good girl. And by that, I mean, like, she didn't save herself for you. Like,
yeah. And
somebody
I mean,
took that tainted, excuse me, somebody took that, tainted that, and that traditional woman is no longer traditional because of that instant where that guy did whatever the hell he did, cheated, whatever, caused abusive relationship.
yeah.
Like I don't know the inner workings of things. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. Like
I mean, here my
it's
thing
gone.
is I can excuse someone that I mean, it's like I still consider it traditional if your situation is involved from like serious relationships,
Yes.
like where you were committed to somebody and they fucked up.
Yes.
I can look past that.
and that's why I'm saying modern traditional.
Yeah.
Is because like that seems to be the running
But how
theme
I
with
even
everything.
like wound up with her was like I said, I was on like Facebook dating, and literally the day I was fixing to delete that crap because I'm like, this is stupid. And I was like, it's dumb. I'm gonna give this site 24 more hours.
Yeah.
Started talking to her. Turned out to be really awesome. But and you've heard me say this a million times, you know, the hard thing is, man, like I abstain from fucking them for a little bit.
And yeah, I'm trying to adopt that. Think I've done pretty well.
It's a lot harder than people just be like, oh, just don't do it.
No, dude, it's hard. Like it's very hard. Literally and metaphorically, it's hard because like dude, you have those urges, those needs and wants that are really hard to suppress, and it's not just the sexual stuff. Like some people might just be thinking, oh, it's just sexual stuff. No, it's other things too, because even being with someone that like you can suppress at least the sexual shit, the fact that you are so comfortable around them makes you want to be closer to them, and you have to suppress that as well, because you have to, for one, protect yourself, and then for two, if you do have little ones, protect them.
Yeah. Well, like you kind of have to. So, like, the abstaining from stuff like that, it'll, in the long run, it builds your bond so much closer.
Yes,
Like,
I'm not saying it doesn't, but like it's really hard to suppress that stuff because
I don't want to hook up with a girl anymore unless I have a genuine connection with her.
yeah.
I've like since I tried to adopt that mindset originally, I got to try hookups and they were just yeah.
Well, I'll use me for instance. recently, I had a fallen out with someone.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say names because I do still have some kind of respect and whatnot, but I felt like it was turned on me that I was the one looking for just a booty call. Dude, no. Everybody knows me. Anybody who knows me knows that I want something serious. That I am after it, and this is probably again my downfall is I need to stop being so after it and let it just come to me. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Not good at being patient.
patience is a virtue, and you're not very virtuous.
Well,
there.
you know what? There's another movie called Virtues or Warriors or Virtue, and guess what? Patience wasn't one of the warriors. So, just saying, okay?
Because patience was still waiting to be a warrior.
There was no garden for the warrior to be in, and no war for the gardener. You shut your whore mouth. Anyway, I completely I was like, I want something. I wanted something with her, and it turned out like it just after the rough past we had and everything, like I couldn't do it. I wanted to. I wanted to continue it, but I couldn't. And I think it falls in line like what you were saying. Like I had lost that connection with them, and trying to regain it was, for one, it felt impossible because I was still gonna have those thoughts of like, well, you done messed up once, twice, fooled me a third time, and here you are a fourth time. It's not happening again.
I reopening old relationships to me, that's like when you get like soda, open it, take a drink, but you're like, it's good,
It starts going flat.
but then you're like, okay, well, I don't want any more right now. You put it in the fridge for a couple days, come back, it's not as good.
No, I don't leave it in there for a couple of days though. But yeah, I know what you mean. It starts going flat.
Yeah,
And it's just not like that first sip, especially a glass soda. Oh, dude, glass bottle soda, bruh. You drink that bitch whole right then, right? Not like guzzle it all down. I mean, like you drink that as soon as you open it. Don't save that. Just drink. Enjoy that glass drink. Delicious.
but like in which we've talked about this, one thing that really pisses me off is people rehashing the past.
I hate when it's used against you.
Well, that's why I leave the past in the past. People from the past.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to do that as well, and it's obviously difficult for me. But my ex, I'm gonna my a lot of them. Ex, I obviously have the most issue with, which you know who this is, Squatch.
Yeah.
Completely weaponized me becoming like open with them and being my lowest point was when I was with them and using that against me because I feel like as the culture that we're in now, women still want that chiseled, grizzled, hardened man who can do anything and everything and nothing fucking phases him. But at the same time, like, oh, well, be open with me, and if we do accept that person, like for instance, like say you were to tell your lady some of your darker, deeper things, man, I don't think you would. I'm not saying in time you wouldn't. In time you probably would, but that's with time. Because at that point you now know, okay, we've been through a lot of shit together. Most likely she's not going to leave me, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a time and place for everything, but I also believe there are things that, depending on the person you are, that you don't need to talk about with them because.
But that's when I am questioned by the person that I wanted to marry, and they're like, "Hey, you can talk to me," and I, again, like I said, it's the person I wanted to marry, and I divulge this darkness that's within me, and then you turn around and use that against me, dude. That's something I can't fucking tolerate.
Yeah, well,
You saw how much that broke me.
Yeah, and that's why I don't know, like I guess compartmentalizing certain trauma and stuff like that. Like
Not everybody is good at doing that, though.
I know, but at least for me, like things that have happened or whatever.
This went from being like a rant to like being a wholesome like men's health and relationship talk thing now. Now
It's all.
Well, this is just a day.
Yeah,
It's just a day.
but like So certain things like, I mean, yes, there are things that, I mean, obviously we'll talk about if I'm asked, but there are things that like
No, yeah, and
I
that's
just they no longer affect me. So unless it,
I just want
I just kind of like,
if you want a good person in your life, don't be so quick to judge. Like that's one of the things I'm having issues with is like people just judge me instantaneously. Like, dude, not everybody's fucking the same.
yeah,
Not everybody's gonna be excuse me. Not everybody's gonna be happy go lucky, all bubbly and full of fucking sunshine and rainbows. Like that's not how the world works. And those of us who know how the world works are very cynical. Those of us who know how it operates and everything, like, dude, it is a very dark place. And
it is.
it
But I mean,
sucks.
I feel like kind of getting back to like how generations were taught differently. You know,
That's why I was looping it back
our
around with this. Is like
generation wasn't really taught this, but I feel like all men should be taught this. At least I wasn't taught this.
I
We're
wasn't.
never taught how to thrive in the darkness.
I wasn't. I was taught
You
how
know,
to survive. I wasn't taught how to thrive.
so my thing, in which from being a songwriter and I played in this band and
Oh shit! Sorry, I interrupted this, but did you do that thing you said you're gonna do? You're gonna work on your album.
I started working on it. I started laying down scratch tracks on a few songs.
Nice.
Kind of just getting the bones of it down where I can work on the arrangement. But one of the bands I used to play with, was a country band, but country is getting very hard rock and metal in a lot of aspects.
I guess it's not
And
definitely not country anymore.
um but my buddy was working on the song. He needed a second verse, and I just kind of pulled back from when I used to co-write with like metal bands in my early 20s, and I wrote this verse like really dark, and he was like, "Dude, like where did that come from?" And I was
Trauma.
just like, "Man, like I don't know. I guess between life and the kind of music I enjoy and all, I learned to like kind of embrace and enjoy my darkness."
And they say, yeah, you just internalized it and started just using it. Like,
And sometimes like it's as simple as just laughing at the bad things that are happening.
so when I do that, people call me a piece of shit.
Ah,
Is
it's not
it
a piece of shit.
is it
Like,
because like I'm physically like chuckling at what's going on, or is it like
just people are assholes.
uh,
Like,
well, I just laugh anytime something bad has happened to me lately. I just I fucking start chuckling, and then if
it's kind of like, okay, like what else?
if it really starts like piling up on me, like I turn into the Joker and start doing this evil maniacal laugh. Like, fucking come on with it then. Like we're already 3 steps in. Let's add a couple more. Let's do it. But
But like,
I guess maybe that's a good thing though, right?
yeah,
Because like it's just like all right, man. Like you're already
well,
fucking me. Let's see what
it's
else you
like
got.
the hard times create strong men.
Yeah,
So if you learn to thrive in the darkness, you will become strong man, a strong person, whatever.
I think that's
Uh,
why. And you can we talked about this the other day when we were on our little walk. Like I think that's why a lot of us dudes we have such a small knit of friends. Like I can tell I have 5 friends.
mhm.
3 of y'all are extremely close to me. Like there's you, the guy who did our fucking our logo.
Shout out to Rob Lopez
Yeah,
again, by the way.
yep. Still loving the logos. Loving the comments and shit that guy keeps putting down for us. We'll get you on to the on here one day maybe, hopefully soon ish.
Sometime soon,
Oh yeah, we're working on
it's
it.
gonna happen.
Get,
It's gonna
we
happen.
need more money. Yeah, we need to. Anyway, we and then of course my friend Turner, our friend. I don't know, is he your friend?
Yeah, I mean,
Acquaintance? I don't know what y'all are
me and
anymore.
him were like
I
we
know y'all had a
didn't
falling
talk for
out.
years, but
Yeah,
like last acoustic show I played, he was actually there, and me and him sat out, and he was like, I don't know if he was kind of venting to me because he's dealing with some stuff, and he's like, man, I don't know if we're cool, and I was like, bro, we're good.
like I said, between the 3 of you guys, I know that like y'all have been through some similar shit. If not, I've been there with y'all through some shit. I can talk to y'all about literally anything.
It's kind of like, and I'm not comparing this because it's the same, but it's like dudes that like served in the military together.
Yeah, that's
Like
I see what you're saying about like, the comparing and shit now.
it's kind of like
It's
a,
similar, but not nowhere near because that's a whole nother beast. Where then it's its own. I can't English because that's a deep thought right there.
but
I
men
get it.
bond with get almost like a brotherhood, like trauma bond kind of thing, maybe.
It's the I wouldn't say like the physical form of becoming blood brothers, like the whole like cutting your
Yeah.
hand and like, oh, we're blood brothers now. But it's like we bonded through some bullshit.
It's like when a band of bikers, like the core guys that sit at the table together, like maybe they started the club or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know much
Like
about bikers though. So.
but this like you have that group of friends that, at least from my perspective, like
You can call any
you
of
would
us.
take a bullet for them as
Yeah.
quick as they would take a bullet for you.
Yeah,
Why I'm like you, very small group of friends. At some point maybe it'll grow if we can actually like merge our friend groups.
maybe. Kind of hard to do
I
with
mean,
life.
like, but there again, like,
And what I was getting with that, man, is like it all loops back around to like the things that really annoy us here lately, like the world just being so shit, is because like we were all raised roughly the same way, and we all see it just like everything's so fucking dumb. Everything, like the new generation of people, apparently you can just make up your own religion and sexuality. Like, dude, that's so dumb. Like, I don't. You can polish a turd and call it something else. Guess what? It's still a fucking pile of shit. Like, sorry, man. Like, it's just a cold hard fact of the world. Like, that's what it is. And it's just getting worse. I'm gonna say it now. I really look to you guys for a lot of things, which y'all obviously know. If you know, you know. Y'all, I don't need to explain further. And it's just you don't have that with much people nowadays. Like for instance, shit. What was one of my other exes? Her youngest son really got close with me.
yeah.
It was awesome. Loved it. He would talk to me about like his friends, and I was like, "Well, he's not really your friend then," because he was telling me one day about how they were, I guess, at lunch. Like, this has been a few years back now, so the memory is a little foggy here. So forgive me, but the son was telling me how, excuse me, him and his friends were at lunch or whatever, and some friend of the friend, I don't know the inner workings of it, convinced his friend that he was no longer their friend. He's like, so why did my friend do that? I'm like, because he never was your friend then, man. I know that's a lot of friend word being used there, but like,
Friend of a friend of a friend of a.
yes. It was like the whole snake kind of slithered in, said some
Yeah.
shit, and now we have issues. And it's like, dude, that guy did you a favor.
I mean, yeah, somebody, like, if you have a shitty person in your friend group and someone pulls them away, like they did you a favor. Like what
What
I know, like,
what I was getting with that analogy was like for one, the generations aren't being taught how to see people for who they really are and how to make genuine friendships. It's all based around like, oh, you're wearing Jordans, so am I. We both are cool now. Let's be friends. Dude, no, that's not what makes you fucking friends.
I mean, I don't know, some superficial bullshit like that can start friendships
Yes,
off the
but
simple
it's
fact,
not.
like, I grew up skateboarding, and I mean, like, you're my best friend in the world, and like, you didn't skateboard.
I
But
didn't
like,
skateboard.
I'd be at the mall or something somewhere or just anywhere, and like some dude like, "Oh, you rocking Vans?" Like, if they saw the skate rash on them, they'd be like, "Dude, um, where do you skate at?" I
Yeah,
kind of make friends that way.
yeah.
So like that can't, like, now it's kind of
So
like if you see a
I
dude
wouldn't even
wearing
really.
a,
I wouldn't call them friends though. I would just call them an acquaintance.
but like through that, like I did make some at least temporary friendships.
That would be an acquaintance. Yes.
Eh,
Like that's how I perceive like a lot of the
it's a
things going on in the
seasonal
world.
friend.
That's an acquaintance still. Like that's how I perceive it
Mm.
because like if they like it's the whole relationship thing too. It's like they are in your life for a short time frame to teach you a lesson and then they left. Like I've been learning that shit the hard way, obviously.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like your work acquaintances. Like they're there for a minimal time or whatever. Like they're just an acquaintance. A friend will always be there for you. A genuine, true friend won't ever ask you if you're for like if I like the other day I spotted you 40.
Yeah.
Dude, I wasn't gonna ask you for that. You know that, right?
I know, but
Like it's cool what you did. Like I would not have cared if you would have gave it back or not.
yeah, I know, but like there again, like
It's a principle for
yeah, well,
I get it.
I mean, like hell, I
But
have a son and daughter, and I want them to know like they need to know dad pays his debts.
yes, it's not really a debt, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I just don't want people. I want people to understand like you need to have structure. You need to have your especially your younger generation learn how to sift through the bullshit that's going to be the world because whether it's religion, politics, their love life, whatever have you, if they want to be gay, cool, go be gay. Guess what? You're going to be going through a lot of dick. It's not going to be fun. At the same time, you're going to be going through a lot of other bullshit going on in the world. Probably then World War III. It's not going to be fun.
Like one of like my other like really good examples of like just a dude's a straight up bro is, and you know the story. I'm not going to go into too much detail on it, but my other like really close friend here in town, there was a reason why me and someone in his family very
I vaguely remember this.
well,
not
let's
trying to be
just say
rude,
it was a very messed up deal, and I one of the days like kind of venting to you about it, but you had something to go take care of, and I just really need to vent. So, and I think his dad had just passed away,
Yeah,
and
I remember this now.
so he should have really been like
Yeah, like
venting to me.
Yeah.
But like I was just kind of venting about the situation, about someone in his own family, and he's like, "Man, it's not cool the way they done you." He's like, "You want to go take care of it?" And like, I mean, when a dude is such a bro that he's willing to go to bat against his own family for you,
yeah.
all these kids that make their friends off Instagram now and stuff like that, and
Social media needs to fucking rot.
like
it needs to go away already. That's continue what you're saying. I'm sorry. I'm just
but like you don't get real friends like that anymore.
no. And so this is another really weird thing for me, but like I play Xbox, right?
Yeah.
I have friends on Xbox I met I haven't ever met them in person,
Yeah.
but I can honestly say that they are really close friends of mine. Not like you and me close or me and whoever else close, but the fact that I've been friends with them on Xbox for 10 plus years, I feel like says something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had a step cousin back in the day who, when he was like a kid, he got his dad into playing Halo back on like the OG Xbox.
Yeah.
His dad started playing Halo online when you first could. Started and like got so into Halo, his dad went back to college and like wrote his thesis statement on Halo.
You'd be surprised how
But
gaming
what
with
he
people,
did was he played with this guy constantly
I was
for
gonna
like a
say,
year, like took a trip out of state, and like they were like best friends. I mean, they took a trip out of state to meet in person, and they just sat in the hotel room and played Halo. But
so I have a friend of mine. I want to call him my friend. He might not call me friend, but he lives up in Pennsylvania, and dude, I've been wanting to go up there so bad. Just like, hey man, I'm up here in your area. Let's fucking go grab a beer.
yeah,
Cause like we've been friends since Halo Reach dropped, and like I help like I'll message him occasionally, and he's talking about some crazy shit's happened in his life, and dude, again that loops back around to like just dudes being dudes, and you don't see that much nowadays, and maybe you do, but it's all on fucking social media, and therefore I don't know to believe it true or not.
well, so I heard a thing the other day. It was talking about difference in men and women's friendship, and you can testify to this because you with girlfriends and stuff like that.
Yep.
I had like, I mean, I remember like my ex-wife. I'm going to go ahead and say this, like some of her best friends, like she'd be mad at him over something trivial, and I'm just not fucking talking to her. We're not hanging out,
Yeah, dude, that's
and here I am feeling like an ass because I'm like, well, let's invite him over for a cookout.
yeah.
And, well, I'm not fucking talking to her. Meanwhile, dude, you and me, even in the last 2 years, there's been plenty of shit we disagreed on. Been like, hey man, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
But like, we're still bros at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. Is like it's so hard to tell that through like social media. Like you like I see people. I don't do much of anything other than like to send stupid shit or
Yeah.
post dumb things on Facebook. I don't like Instagram. I don't like Snapchat and stuff. I don't care for any of that. It's all stupidity to me. The only reason I like social media of any form of fashion is like I just stated, to send something stupid to you guys
Yeah.
to make y'all have a little laugh for the day or something. Because like,
That I eventually watch like 3 days later.
yeah, I mean, you still have a laugh at some point, then you bastard. It is what it is, though, and it's the whole. I feel like the things like I said that just grind me my fucking gears is the way
Back
that
to
the
gear
world.
grinding.
I mean, it all loose back. It's just a vicious.
It's your clutch.
It's a little vicious circle. Our little gear circle is just grinding away. It just I can't stand the world, man. Like it's gone to hell and it's only getting worse. People aren't the same way. Like there's no more genuine connections with people. There's no more proper discipline for people to have to either for one maintain their job properly, to maintain their religion. I'm not religious, but I feel like you can maybe state that as well.
Yeah.
The discipline you would have as a kid growing up to be faithful and everything is dissipating. That must speak volumes to you because I I'm not religious and I'm saying that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, so
You have the lack of don't people are gonna get mad about this too. The lack of quality men and women, especially women, is getting out of fucking hand. The lack of proper government, like, and by this I mean like the way our countries run, is ridiculous. And I am not like one of these super showboaty guys who can be like, all right, let's talk politics and blah 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 blah, and then fucking baffle you and completely fucking confuse your fucking plebeian mind because I know bigger words than you and whatever have you.
that's the whole
No.
point of politics is we're gonna say big words and talk about things you don't understand.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're gonna be, well, he's smart. I should vote for him.
And that's not how it should work. And that's why, like I was saying, like people are gonna hate me for this. I'm gonna go back to this. I would, if I were to vote today, I would vote for Trump again if given the opportunity. Why? Because the time that he did serve as president, guess what? The world was a tidbit better because he's a fucking businessman and he did business.
Which, fun fact, Kurt Cobain actually, and a lot of people like
Redid his ceiling. I heard about that. What? God, I'm going to hell.
But no, so like Kurt Cobain kind of like weirdly like predicted that he supposedly in this interview in like the 90s was like talking about like state of our country, and he goes, at some point, our country's just gonna be a business and it's gonna be ran by like some rich business person like Donald Trump.
And then it happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And before that, he blew his brains out.
Well, no, it was after that.
No, I mean like before Donald Trump became a thing, he blew his brains
I
out.
was gonna say he didn't say that after he did that.
I mean, that'd be amazing if he did.
Kurt Cobain, the grunge Jesus.
The fucking talented man he was. Picasso of his own ceiling. Songwriter. I need to stop.
Talented is loose. Like, he wrote a few good songs.
Oh no, I was saying like if he could talk after he did that, very talented man.
So, unpopular music fact: the most talented musical decision Kurt Cobain ever made was bringing Dave Grohl out.
I thought you were gonna say unaliving himself.
No, but it did have a sound guy one time. He hated Nirvana, and I was wearing a Nirvana shirt one day, and he goes, you know what the best thing that ever went through Kurt Cobain's mind was? Like, what? He was Buckshot. And I'm like, oh, that's dark.
as opposed to what I just made a joke about. Fucking making coke over here apparently. Fuck.
To be fair, he didn't unalive himself. That was 100% Courtney Love,
Who's that again?
his wife.
Obviously, but I don't know who that was. Like,
So she sang in the band Hole. It was another grunge band. Coincidentally, right about the time Kurt did that, she had an album fixing to drop.
Uh-huh.
And she was like stuck in his shadow.
Well, now she's definitely stuck in his shadow. Like, she just made him technically immortalized.
But no, there's a really dope documentary called Soaked in Bleach.
That sounds awful.
The reference to a Nirvana lyric.
I figured as much, but like it's just that sounds like a dreadful
From the song
time.
Come As You Are, but they
I don't ever come as I am. I usually turn into a starfish. Oh, we're getting canceled.
I'm just imagining like
I don't want you to imagine me.
fucking Patrick SpongeBob. No, SpongeBob.
Wee woo. Wee woo. Dude. On today's Squatch and Yeti show, how can Yeti get the show canceled? Oh, by being himself.
You know what, man? This is needed. This like
I feel like this was
I had like 1,000 really awesome topics I wanted to talk about.
1,000.
Probably
1,000.
dude. I've got like
You had 1,000.
pretty close.
I'm calling bullshit on that.
At least several hundred.
I'm still calling bullcrap on that. I could maybe give you like I had like 20 topics we could have done today. I would have believed that.
Oh no! Like literally every 5 minutes scrolling through Facebook, I find like 10 new topics.
So you're doing topic within a topic because we never have the same topic just go throughout the entire episode like we're currently doing right now. And I'm just sitting here rambling. This was going to be like a little like fuck it, we're ranting today. To like being like okay, we're ranting. Oh, now we're being somewhat kind of wholesome, and now we're back to being ranters. ADHD for the win, boy! Yeah.
Pretty soon, we're gonna get like sponsored by Ritalin.
I don't think that would work.
It would really ruin the podcast.
I would say it wouldn't work.
Hey guys, so welcome to the Squatch and
This
Yeti
is
show.
the Squatch and Yeti show.
We're gonna talk to you about mental
to you.
health.
We talk about everything political and what can somewhat be.
We just immediately go from like a slightly comedic channel to like AMSR radio.
Today we're going to see how close we can get to the mic without making it sound like it's in our throat.
I like the fucking. So, my grandmother used to like fall asleep listening to talk radio.
This is just we're talk radio.
Yes,
This is
that's
talk
what
radio.
podcasting essentially is.
I don't care what anybody says. This is the modern talk radio.
But we were at the lake one time and we got a little shelter and like it was great weather, so we're all sleeping outside like under the stars. She has her little battery operated radio.
Oh, fucking course.
And it was like a dude talking about a book that he wrote, and it was like about pedophiles and stuff.
Oh my!
And I'm like, this is why you're paranoid.
Oh.
You go to sleep. Listening to. And in chapter 5, we were talking about protecting Father Donovan.
Bro.
And I'm like, I'm all night just like listening because she wouldn't turn it off. And I'm like,
and if you did turn it off, she woke up. Turn that shit back on.
Just like, yep. Listening to talk about the creepy, sick fucking pedophiles and the waves on the rocks and.
What rocks? What waves? What the fuck?
Sleeping on the shore.
Oh. You didn't make that known.
That's what I'd said. Is that we had rented a shelter and like it was nice weather, so we were sleeping outside.
Where the hell did the water on the rocks come from then? I am so confused. You can have a shelter in the middle of the fucking Andes. You're not going to hear waters and rocks up there.
I said it was on the lake.
I didn't hear the lake. I heard we got a shelter. And
I'm making you wear headphones next time.
I'm making you shut the hell up next time.
I got the mute button over here.
That is true. I'm surprised you haven't used it already.
Who says I haven't?
Well, that's true. You can still hear me through your mic, though, bitch. Maybe. I
Now,
don't
let's
know.
be real. You know, I don't edit much out at all.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
Keep it fucked up and
I definitely need to put a viewer discretion advised before this, sir. Put that robot voice in there. Viewer discretion advised.
do the weather alert voice.
Attention people, we have...
Don't do the sound because I feel like that would be bad. Just don't do that.
Everybody that like expects a podcast to be quiet like that.
You can't. This is a test of the national dipshit alert. Don't do that. You're gonna cause some issues there. Oh shit. Today was most definitely needed, man.
It was neat. It was that, or I was gonna go drink way too much. So this was
I mean,
probably
you can still
better.
do that.
Maybe. Probably not.
It is called day drinking for a reason.
Well, it's almost evening time.
It's after. What are you talking about?
I mean, I was raised country, so it's 5:00 somewhere.
Exactly. There's a song that like credits that.
That's why I said that.
Oh, okay. I'm the dumb one. I forget that.
Oh man.
Oh, shiza. Get off the clapper. This was a different change, man. We definitely needed this. And hopefully we can do this again.
I think it's good to like break up from like the just let's talk about a topic or whatever. Like it's fun and the random stuff is great, but like sometimes we just need to rant or laugh at ourselves.
This was a bit of both today, I think.
Oh yeah. The worst thing is when we kind of have these like really all over the place conversations. When I go back and edit it, I'm like, what the fuck?
Like I said, how can we get canceled today? What? Episode 8. How do we get canceled?
Should title this episode Episode 8. It's been real, y'all.
There you go. I'm down with it. Oh, this shit, man.
You never hear from us again. It was the FBI.
If you never hear from us again, our distributors was like, no, not this one.
RSS.com is going to be like, bro, come on, man.
What about SSR?
RSS.com. That's our distributor.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get an email later, be like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I think they're not liking our explicit content because I've been getting emails about like free workshops on growing a podcast and gaining a better audience. And I'm like,
what's wrong with our current audience? I mean, other than it's small, which I'm okay with still.
Not about the size of it.
Don't you do that to me.
It's not about the size. It's not about the size of the audience. It's about the motion of it.
I thought you were going to say like that. No, that doesn't work. I was going to try to say something, but I just shut up.
Not the size of the boat. It's the motion of the ocean.
No, that's not what I was going to say. It's not the size of the audience that matters. It's the way that they hear you, but it doesn't flow very well. So, well, this has been fun.
Oh, it has.
I need to go check my son too.
Spotify.
Oh, we're doing this now. We're ending. It's ending.
Spotify, Amazon.
Episode's ending. Spotify, Amazon, maybe.
Cue the trumpets.
We're on Facebook, Instagram. What else?
Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Amazon Music, all your...
How many times you say Spotify, goddammit?
As many times as I
Spotify
want to. Spotify. Top of Spotify.
It's like that Bob Dole. Spotify.
Go check us out. Go give us a follow. Just laugh at us. Don't laugh with us. Laugh at us.
Do both.
We are cool with it.
Why are you? Now you're the chuckle fuck.
Calm down, Patrick.
What do you mean? I thought you said Weast. Let's end the show, man. I can't stop laughing.
Y'all, Y'all tune in next time. Feel free to laugh at us, with us, whatever. We appreciate every one of you listening.
Absolutely, dude. It's awesome. I love being able to do this.
This has been fun. I hope if you get any entertainment out of this, you help us grow this to be something just really fucking awesome, man.
Keep my dark comment to myself.
On that note, we'll catch y'all next time.
He's pressing the button.